chasing a road to glory, driven since I was a child.
If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, work day and night for it. 6'11", everybody. Run into chiropractic to be able to keep my body in tip-top shape. Aren't feeling any particular aches and pains right now. Ankle's a little bit sore, but been putting in about 10 miles to 15 miles a week, so not any that's too strenuous. So feel pretty good. And for me, it's about proactive maintenance in my healthcare versus reactionary. So whatever I can do to help me keep myself in tip-top shape, that's what I'm gonna do. So let's go for the drive. Let's go. Hey there, everybody. Social Media Thursday talked about in my podcast about leveraging LinkedIn and how that's truly right now, March 2019, the #1 social media platform for business networking. So after you meet with people individually, face-to-face, connect with them digitally, write articles, put up posts, focus in on sharing your story. It's your digital resume. It's an opportunity that you can share who you are. You are your own PR. That you can share exactly what your passion is about your industry, about what you do and how you do it. And you can show that in the platform by posting up, putting up articles, getting people to recommend you, recommending other people. I like the idea of giving value, staying connected with your network, saying congratulations, saying happy birthday, make it authentically you. But now your business network can exist in real time, online and face-to-face. Sherm's out. All right, got here early, super excited. So it's like 7:15, so I was able to get through. There was some traffic, so didn't anticipate that. Unfortunately, there was a car that was broken down. A lot of times when I see cars broken down and they're in the middle of the freeway, I wish I could stop and go and push them. Obviously, a human being running into the freeway is not a safe thing, especially in the early morning hours. And so did not do that. But I want to be able to help, right? Because I see people that are kind of broken down and they kind of nothing to do. And then so after today, so I have this chiropractic visit, believe in, proactive healthcare. And then I'll head to the office, have a 9:30 one-on-one with managing director. And then we'll go to a 10:30 to go to the local university, HCC. Want to be able to establish, they have an insurance certificate and I think sales as well. And I want to be able to make sure that we're doing some interviews over there and getting people to know that we're in existence as an organization. And then at 12 o'clock, going to do some phoning one-on-one with the new agent, Trang. And then after with her, we'll do just some coaching. Before that, we do the coaching. Hey, how's the activity? What's going well? By monitoring what activity is actually going to drive to the results, we can find out what's going to lead to the overall success, and are we putting enough seeds down? So just like a farmer, we need to plant enough seeds in order for us to have a big enough harvest. So we can't put all our, not eggs, but we can't put all our hopes into that one seed, hoping it's going to blossom. But so many times in sales and marketing, people rely upon it. They go to one event, they go to, they have one conversation, they think, oh, that person's going to buy, and then all of a sudden things happen. And so we can't control the things that happen, but we can control how many seeds we end up planting out there. And the more seeds that are out there, we're going to have success. We're gonna taste that and feel it. And then after that, as I kind of recap of the day mentally, have a 1 o'clock interview and then a 3 o'clock. And so excited about those two coming on board and being a part of our organization and really moving forward. And so really excited about that. One of the things I'm actually been thinking a lot about recently is the book Immigrant Edge. I need to read it, but the overall premise is just the value that immigrants see when they come to the United States, the opportunity, the abundance. And so they have a different perspective when it comes to working here. And I want to make sure that we're taking advantage of those that are hungry immigrants and also hungry non-immigrants, people that are born here, patriots, if you will, nationals for the United States, like myself. We need to find those driven individuals. And so what I'm finding is we need to place ourselves in the different organizations that's going to find those. So when we go to college campuses, the Entrepreneurship Club, the Sales Organization, the Asian Business Association, the Hispanic Student Business Association, those are we're able to find immigrants a lot of times within those niche organizations, because that's where they find themselves. And those are their interests, and those interests align up with who we are. So as it comes to ideal marketing, that's really where niche marketing, your ideal prospect, that's kind of where we start from a recruit perspective, and that's where we go. That's where we spend our time. So hope you're all doing well. Rocking my CC the Love T. Talk to you soon. Sherm's out. Some nice sounds. It's nice to hear some water running here in the city. Beautiful morning here. Beautiful morning. Here to see Pioneer Chiropractic. Let's go.
And again, just kind of keep track of how the pressure feels to you. Okay. It should be a little bit uncomfortable, but you shouldn't feel like you're having to clench through the pain, okay?
Okay.
Like professional athletes and everything, which is super cool, but I feel like the people who really need a lot of help are the weekend warriors.
Yeah.
They go out there.
That makes a lot of sense, just because they are
They're not in
trying to
college anymore, trying to live their glory days, and then
but in their mind
they're
they're
not
still
doing
in
any
college.
of the same training and everything. Which I wanted to talk, because I do the same thing. I go out there and I'm like, come in the next morning.
Okay, here we are, grabbing some gas. Let's go. Excuse me. Grabbing some gas here at HEB 239. I had a great conversation at HCC with Susan Thompson. She was giving us the nickel tour. She's in charge of STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math here at the HCC location. So it was great to be able to just get the tour of what's going on there and hear the excitement about what's going on with engineering and how they're partnering up as a university, community college with University of Houston and Texas A&M, and also U of T San Antonio. So it's great to be able to see some educational institutions collaborating together and actually getting better at partnering together, and also with business. So really excited about that. So being able to network with her, she's going to introduce us to the business school as well, and hopefully forge some greater relationships there. Hope you're all doing well. Sherm's out. All right, everybody, hope you're doing great. It's about 7 o'clock here, leaving after a joint meeting with Trang. It's all about bringing simplicity to the solutions. Strategy trumps product. So that was kind of unique. I had an opportunity to talk with Manesh on the drive home. He actually connected with me via Instagram and wanted some thoughts on getting internships. And so what I said, let's start with the end in mind. Where do you see yourself in, let's say, 5 years or 10 years, or you're 40 years old? Actually, that's what I said. Where do you see yourself in 40 years old? What are you doing from a career perspective? And so he thought he'd be back in India running his own business, maybe in marketing. And so I said, okay, we talked a little more about that. And I said, okay, so some of the main industries that run the United States economy, drive the United States economy: healthcare, energy, automobile, residential, and then like commodities like, resources, steel, aluminum, things like that. So where do you see India being, let's say, in 10 years? From a growth perspective, what are the industries that cause it to grow and are really moving in? So he brought up some, he thought infrastructure, energy, e-commerce being a big one. And so it was just really interesting conversation. We talked for about 45 minutes, and at the end of it just was grateful, and I enjoyed the conversation. So it was fruitful for me. And so what I'd say is these tools aren't going anywhere. And so that was really, really powerful. In recapping the joint meeting and making things simple, is a lot of times when it comes to presenting things to people, you're wanting to connect dots. So whatever they told you is the gap in what they're looking to do, you want to show them that your solution helps solve the gaps that they were talking about, and then show that for them. You connect the dots for them. Just because you're constantly in that space, you identify the gaps, and so you can see how maybe the products or services that you offer can help solve those needs. Then got home, I hung out with the fam, Now that everyone's basically going to bed, and well, because they got school tomorrow, and it's about 10 o'clock at night. Well, it's 9:45. So hope you're all doing well. Sherm's out.